Now we've done the second strip, and what I want to show you here is that unlike regular wallpaper, this mural is actually overlapped. So the last quarter inch, the last 6 millimeter of this strip is identical to the first quarter inch or 6 millimeter of this first strip. So we actually use it as a reference basically to do your match all along, okay? And somewhere along the line anyway, you'll see that there is something. For instance, here you have an angle, so you have to follow the angle. It's actually very easy to do. Okay, so according to our picture here, strip number 6 is our next strip. Roll it upside down, the print inside, as loose as you can, starting at the bottom so that the top comes out first. I'm going to soak it 15 seconds. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going approximately a quarter inch overlap. Like I don't need to decide right away where it's going to go, because the thing I want to do is I want to fix the center of my strip first. So I'm coming down here. I have some spots where I can see that I have my match. Remember, the last quarter inch of every strip is identical to the first quarter inch of the bottom strip. And as you can see, I can actually, the first 2 minutes, I can literally bring the strip up and down just by putting my 2 hands flat on the strip. So there's no panic if you have a bit of difficulty to do your match. You can always move it. So my center is okay now. I go back to the top. I look at my roughly quarter inch. Here I am. The match is perfect. There we go. That's right. And then to double check myself, after I install it with my hands, I'm going to use my level again, because I want to make sure that I am still leveled after 4 strips. Actually, after every strip, from the second strip and up, I use my level again. And we're perfect. Now I can use my smoother. And now, without pushing too much, what I just want to do now is remove the air bubbles. Okay, so from center to the sides. In that case here, you see I put my hand because I want to make sure that I'm not going to move my strip. At the beginning, the strip moves very easily, so I want to put my hand on I want to make sure that I don't move the strip when I run in my smoother. And again, I'm just removing the big bubbles. The small bubbles will disappear by themselves in a very short time, 2-3 hours, and it'll be all gone. One important last step at the end of every strip: make sure you use a damp cloth, clean damp cloth, and run it on the edge, because you want to remove any excess weight, any excess paste that would have come out on the side. And you will also notice that the dark areas have a tendency to curl a little bit more. So without applying any pressure, when you run the cloth on it, it makes it more flexible and it sticks better. Okay, here we're ready to hang strip number 5. Okay, and for the first time we have an obstacle. What do we do with an electric plug? electric circuit, sorry. What we do is we'll hang the mural as if there was no electric circuit, okay, and we're going to wallpaper over it, and then with my hands I'm going to just feel where the corners are, and I'm going to basically cut through the mural, maybe just half an inch or 3 millimeters inside the frame of the electric circuit, so that when I'm going to put the cover back, nothing will show. Okay, so we're done. One thing I always do, you know, when I'm done is to run a wet cloth on the edges, just to make sure that the edges are sitting well. And then I run the smoother again. You know, if you look at an angle like this, you can see if there are any big bubbles left, just to make sure that, you know, they're out. The small bubbles, don't worry about them. It's gonna take you about 2 to 2.5 hours if you're not familiar with the product. And then your second one will be a piece of cake.